Welcome back, folks, and now we're going to continue on with this campaign. Once again, here's our leader. Got to keep an eye on our monarch points. Make sure we don't cap out on those. We're still a year ahead on our idea. Our admin, sorry, to get our next idea. We're now behind on tech on diplomatic and military. That's okay. There goes my phone again. Making noises. Sorry about that, folks, if it's annoying. But my phone is what I use as my timer, and I was out of power when I started recording this. Getting close on our diplomatic cap. Lose dip or lose mercantilism? Well, I guess we'll lose the dip points. It's just a waiting game at this point, guys. Getting close to the dip point cap again. And we're going to pause it here. Reset that. And we're going to use a little bit of diplomatic points and military points, bring them down below 900 by upgrading our development on this territory. Let's get that down. Okay, that's below 9. Now that's below 9. We do not want this one to go above, I believe it's 9. Yeah, if we go to 10 or above, we run the risk of this running out, and we don't want that. So the max we can go on this is going to be 9. The good part about that is next month we'll see the change in our income. We're up to 3.1 now. That's a drastic jump. Gold mines are very productive, but it kills our inflation rate. We're almost at our first idea group. about 30 more. 20 more now. Once we get there, we'll pause. Okay, we're there. Pause. Tech up on admin. That gives us our first idea group. Take exploration. Give us our first colonist. And we can also take this one. Quest for the New World. And we're one idea away from our first national idea. I'm going to send our colonist here. Oh, need to pick our native policy. I forgot about that. We're going to go with this one. This way we don't have to have any troops to suppress any natives that pop up. Now we can send our first colonist. Our military tech is very close. We're just going to take it. We're 11 years ahead on admin tech. We have a neighbor bonus of minus 10% for diplomatic. Don't know which neighbor that is. But it's not going to really matter because we're not going to be teching up on that because we're going to finish out this idea first. Our colonists have arrived and we've now just doubled our land. Lose a little bit of ducats for 3 mercantilism. And increase the loyalty and influence of the Merchants Guild. That's a good event. So, well, since we can afford it, thanks to our gold mine, we're going to take an admin advisor. Doesn't really matter too much. Ooh, yearly inflation. Minus 10, we're at plus 3 per year, but that does save us 0.1 inflation. We're now losing a little bit of money, but that's to be expected. Only losing 0.08 ducats. It's nothing. Sticking at speed 5. Now it's just a little slow process of the colony growing. Stability or inflation? Well, stability costs us 100 to increase it. And inflation costs us 75 for 2 to lower it by 2. this point it's a hard choice. Go up by 3 and then knock it down for 75. I think we're going to take the stability hit. Pause it for a second. Need 100 admin points to boost it back up. This early in the game, the stability hit isn't too hard on us. Lose a little bit of income. Election time. 664 or 361. I think that's a hard choice. Gotta get this stability boosted back up. Oh, that was dip points, not admin points. Ooh, I should have thought of that. No, it was. Why is it showing? No, it is an admin. Okay. I stand corrected again. I have to bring this down, keep it below 5. Because there's a nasty inflation if this gets too high. And my personal limit is 5%. I forgot when we get a colonist, we also get an idea. I mean, a decision we can do. So, let's colonize. Where is that one? TU. R. That one. So, pull back our colonists. Send him here. When he gets there, we'll just recall him and, whoops, take the idea, or the decision first. There we go. Got colonial enthusiasm now. We'll call him, abandon the colony, and send them back to where we want them. Now we're getting 50 a year for our growth. Income still at minus 0.08. And we're back to sitting and waiting. Colony's growing. We're basically losing no money. Inflation's growing. Our monarch points are growing. We can almost tech up on military again. We're still behind, so we're going to be doing that. Sure, thanks. That was good. 3 dip points. We're getting wool in our new province. We can take our next idea. Colonial range is plus 50%, plus we'll get a settler increase. We're now making 70 a year there, growth. And we're making money again. Whole 0.3 ducats. And that's because we now have a trade good in this province. Okay, let's tech up on military. It's now going to be at least 8 years before we take military tech again. We can get superior units. Not that we're going to need them right at the moment. What do they say we should take? We should take men-at-arms apparently. So we'll take that. No missions that's worth it. Temples and castle. Can't really afford to spend our gold yet. I only want to spend on buildings if I'm plus 500 gold. That's just my personal choice. Others may choose to keep their bank at close to zero. I personally like to have a comfort zone of 500 ducats. %60 done our colony. Another advisor dies. It wasn't our admin one, so it doesn't really matter to us. %70 done. Haven't checked our inflation in a while. We're close to 5, so reduce our inflation. And we'll do it one more time for another -2. More mercantilism, always. I think when we get to +2%, we're just gonna knock her down. Election time. And this one has 10 monarch points, and this one has 5. Once again, it's not that hard of a choice. The downside is our leader has a 0 diplomatic, and that's going to hurt us because that's one of the ideas. We need diplomatic points for our idea group. Even still, we're making 2 a month on that, so it's only for 4 years. Mobility we don't really care too much about. How are our states doing? Yeah, mediocre. 90% done on our colony. Nope, that was our admin guy that passed away. We don't have an inflation guy, so I think we'll go with production. Inflation guy would be best, but don't have that option. Just means our inflation is going to be going through the roof. Colony's done. Send out for our next colony. We'll get some coring done. .45 ducats now. If you recall, our starting income was 1.77, I recall, if I recall correctly. So we've almost increased it by 2 ducats. Yeah, might as well do that. That way it'll only cost us 25 to reduce it by 2. $18 years in and we're slowly growing. Told you it was going to be a little slow for the first 100 years or so. think at our next election we'll call this episode done. And when does our colonial enthusiasm run out? Oh, our inflation's above 2, so let's pay it down. Ends in 67, so 4 years from now. We can create a proper fleet, but what is our fleet limit? 14. Well, let's build one, just to see if the piracy is worth it at this point. And if it is profitable, then we'll go for that mission. We're still ahead on tech on our min, so we're not going to take it unless we until such time as we get to either at 0 or behind time. Probably going to end up spending some Diplo tech on development. I mean, sorry, admin tech on development. Income is 1.15, so we can take another advisor now. Let's see what our Diplo. Don't really need colonial range because we're just going to go with adjacent ones for now. Let's just go with trade efficiency. It's mainly for the monarch point that we're taking them. Well, it's election time. We got a 461, so 11. We got a 341, so 8. And we're going to go with orange. We're at minus 100, so that's not going to make much of a difference for us. And we'll call this an episode. So we'll see you on the next episode. I hope you've learned a little bit. Sorry for it being so slow, but this procedure is what's going to cause this slow game until such time as we pretty much take a fair chunk of this node. So until then, we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.